What's going on, guys, and welcome back. So it's been a bit since we posted some deck profiles, but I have a few for you here today. We're going to go over Cyber Branded. You can see it up on your screen. So if that's all you wanted to see and you already dipped out, I guess thanks for stopping in. And if you want some in-depth explanations, stick around. We will get right into it. Best place for online testing, bar none. Dragon Rider games, links down below. I've been playing in a few tournaments post Photon Hypernova and having a lot of fun with it. But today we're here to talk about this deck. So come join best group for testing online. And yeah, subscribe, like, share, comment down below. All that good stuff. Anyway, 2 Cyber Dragon, 2 Cyber Dragon Core. We'll talk about it. 1 Hertz, 1 Naxter. 2 Albaz. I'm just going to fly through the main deck and then we'll talk about everything right after. 2 Alibur, 1 King Regulus, triple Ash Blossom, 3 Lava Golem, 3 Cyber Emergency, triple Clockwork, 3 Branded Fusion, 1 Branded Loss, 3 Branded Opening, 3 Triple Tactic Tasking or Triple Tactic Thrust as the name ended up being, 1 Talent, 1 Change of Heart, 1 Feather Duster, 1 Prosperity, and 3 Infinite Impermanence. So the idea here, personally, Lava Golem, if your deck can play it, play it. Like, this card is so crazy, this format. It's good against Tier. It's good against Kashtira. It's just really, really good to play. If you can play it, I highly recommend it. And since we can technically play it, it takes a little workaround. So, like, if you do it, you can't normal summon that turn. But we have a few different play lines that we can go with. We still have our branded opening, our branded fusions. We still have, special summon Cyber Dragon or special summon Naxter, especially with Clockwork Knight to be able to go into your big Fortress Dragons, which also work with your fusion restrictions because obviously, we have that. I did cut the Power Bond engine, you'll see, because the hard locking, like using the machines or summoning machines from the extra deck when you are using your Chimera as the materials, and there's a few little fusion locks in there that I feel like some people overlook. They're like, oh, I'm locked into fusions, it's okay, but there is more to it because you actually get limited on your materials and everything, whereas we can still OTK through things like branded fusion. 2 Cyber Dragon, because the Clockwork Knight, it is nice to be able to special summon. Also, again, with the Lava Golem, it's another way to put another body on board. 2 Cyber Dragon Core, because, well, you don't want to normal summon Albaz. We do have the 2 Alibur too, so technically we got 6 normal summons here. I don't like to play too many normal summons because you never really want to open Core and Alibur. You never want to open Core and Albaz. You don't really want to open multiples of these, so playing a few less and then we just don't have to worry about it as often. Again, King Regulus is another special summon card that helps us out with that Lava Golem. The 1 Hertz for the main OTK where you send the Hertz and the Albaz, and then obviously Chainlink 1 and 2 with Albion and Hertz adds, and then Albion banish, and you summon Rampage, and then you attack, win. Technically, you can play just Hertz and Cyber Dragon, and then you actually go into your Albion, banish, how did it go? You go into your Albion, and you end up going into Lubellion and shuffle them both back. So it's dump Albaz and Hertz, go into Albion. Albion effect using Albion and Albaz to go into Lubellion. Lubellion effect, discard the Cyber Dragon, and then you shuffle back Cyber Dragon and the Hertz, summon Rampage. Then Rampage can once again mill Hertz and Cyber Dragon. So technically you only need 1 Hertz, 1 Cyber Dragon to pull off the OTK. Keep in mind though, Lubellion cannot attack, so you actually will need another way to put out a few more or a little bit more damage in that regard, but it's a good way to get out Rampage with just using just those 2 cards. But again, Lubellion cannot attack then, so you will need to get a little bit more damage on board. Naxter, good follow-up option, special summon option, especially with Lava Golem. We're going to repeat ourselves a few times to really drive our points home. 2 Albaz, because you don't want to lose 1 copy to a Shizu, so having the second one is really nice. Really debated playing another Alibur. I ended up putting the Regulus in instead. I went back and forth, and I left the 1 Regulus in, but it was really strongly considering 3 Alibur and 0 Therion. Personally, it's searchable with Clockwork, and just keeping a little more versatility in our Cyber engine with Clockwork and the Therion, so it kind of all coincides and works with each other. Ash and Imperm are my two favorite hand traps of this format. Again, Lava Golem is probably my favorite going second card of the format. 3 is Cyber Emergency because it can be Cyber Dragon, it can be Core, it can be Naxxter, and it's probably never going to be Hertz, but it can if you want it to. Clockwork, again, searching out Regulus, or just the fact that you can board wipe your opponent. Keep in mind this is a little lackluster because Kashtira, if they have the Arise Heart on board, it's a Macrocosmos, so you cannot go into Fortress Dragon while Arise Heart is on field unless it is negated, because you need to be able to send them to the graveyard in order to do it. 3 Branded Fusion, 1 Lost, 3 Opening, 3 Tasking, 1 Talent, 1 Heart, 1 Feather Duster. I already said these ratios, so I'm not sure why I'm going through it again. Branded Fusion shouldn't need any explanation. We're going to play 3 in any branded deck. Branded Lost giving you that magical meltdown type effect, which is really nice, especially when you summon your Rampage and on summon you go to pop back row. Your opponent can't respond to it, so that's also really sweet. And then you have the 3 openings again. You can do it to dodge Droll. You can do it under Lava Golem. You can use it to normal summon your Core and do a play line and then still be able to branded opening into the branded engine. It offers a lot of versatility there. Getting your talent, your Change of Heart, your Feather Duster, your Branded Fusion, your Pot of Prosperity, your Infinite Impermanence going first. Like, this card is so versatile, it's really awesome. Basically playing 4 talent, 4 heart, 4 duster, 4 prosperity because of this card. That's really all we need to say about it. Side deck, we do have the Hex Sealed Fusion because we can go into our Dragoon then. 1 Necro World Banshee because it's also a nice fun play, especially versus Flunder, but you can get to Zombie World where your Branded Fusion, you send the Albaz and the Banshee, and then you use the effect, you make your Mirror Jade, and then you also banish the Banshee, get your Zombie World, and it's pretty sweet. Chaos Hunter is really good versus Kashtira. Keep in mind they do have ways to take it, especially 2 level 7s does equal Big Eye, so they can take it. Keep that in the back of your mind while you're playing. It's not just an auto win, but it does help. Same with Book of Eclipse. Not an auto win, and they can Ash Blossom it, but it is incredibly good against Kashtira. If it resolves, you should be in a pretty good position, assuming your hand can back it up. 3 Cosmic Cyclone, just back row removal. Another talent, the Zombie World, and 2 more prosperity in case you need them. 1 Mega Fleet, there is absolutely 0 reason to be playing 2. You might say Kashtira, like if they rip it out, but they're not going to rip it for 1, and 2, they don't play Link monsters that would care about it, so they're not going to do that. 1 Mega Fleet is plenty. 3 Fortress, 2 is nice to have, they might rip 1, so that's why you play 3. 2 Rampage, 1 Cyber Twin, 2 Albion, 1 Lubellion, 1 Mirror Jade, 1 Masquerade. It really helps in time, or if you get into a simplified game state. Shoutouts to Carlos for really driving it home to try it. 1 Dragoon, and then the Starving Venom Fusion Dragon. Kind of fun to make. It does need 2 dark monsters on the field, so do keep that in mind. It isn't, you can't use your graveyard, but 2 dark monsters on the field, especially with like the Albaz though. You can go, I mean, your Mirror Jade and your Albion are both darks on field. And there's just a lot of little interesting plays. I did not pull the Seeger out apparently from when I dropped Power Bond, so I would drop Seeger for any other toolbox card you want because this is actually useless in this build, so I do apologize for that. You can go and throw like a second Dragoon in case they try to rip the 1. Your Dragoon won't have the pop and burn effect, but it will still have the negate and be able to gain attack, and it's still a big boss monster that can't be targeted, so overall it's not a bad card at the end of the day. If you have any questions, let me know down below. Cyber Sprite also coming very soon. Until next time, guys, thanks for watching and take care.